Hello everyone, I'm WolfSpirit99, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, last time, we got started. We came to NLA, which is actually really freaking impressive. It's so impressive that the game can't handle it properly, and it's not running at a smooth 60. Which is, kind of expected of, Xenoblade games, or, not even... Okay. I'm trying to just talk over to these people.
Really?
Hello, welcome. We laborers work ourselves to the bone building new... Yeah, that sounded grumpy, dude. Lighten up. You're alive. That B is not the jump button. Right. Yeah, so... Ooh, hello. What do you have to say?
Hey.
For the sake of our Blade operatives heading out into the world, please be vigilant about performing your checks. Those brave men and women are fighting for our future. Too right. I adjusted the audio, so hopefully it's a lot better this time. I'm so sorry that it was, as bad as it was. When, yeah, I'm sorry. I really am. And, because this was my first time recording on the Switch, so I didn't realize it would be so loud. Uh-oh. Clear the way! Well, that can't be good. You gonna land, or what are you gonna do? That was fast. It's you! With Monado hair clip! I hope there's an explanation as to why she has Monado hair clip. I really, really hope there's an explanation. Alright. So here are you.
Damn it!
Hey, it's okay. Failures happen. Okay, I kind of recognize you. You almost look a bit like Mooncar from Xenoblade 1. I think. Nah. I mean, vaguely. He had weird eyes, though. So I don't know if that would fit in the style of the game. I don't know. It might be my brain just making things up.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly!
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn.
Your name's Lynn. I'm not
Good
gonna
thing
remember
you had
that.
a rugged pilot like Doug at the
Your
controls.
name's Doug. I might remember that.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out
Pretty
there?
good. She met me. Hi.
And would this be one of the you-know-who's?
Survivors. Yes, it would be.
Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Find out how... Oh, Jesus. Why do you don't ask a woman her age? Look... Oh, yeah, fucking find out what happened with the exhaust. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, well that, doesn't usually
I hope
happen.
not.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking.
you?
But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top
Yeah,
talents.
kind of like Shulk.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Like Shulk. He was only 18. He was the best scientist.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Why do you
Wanna
ask?
come with?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That's good.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait,
Lynn,
why am
that's
I
not
cleaning up your mess in the
That's not
first
cool,
place?
Lynn.
Lynn!
Lynn. That's not cool of you. Don't leave a man to clean up all of that. Yep, you can do that. There you'll be able to swap allies from reserve and add them to your active party. There are times where you'll not be able to change your members. Makes sense. Get in here. You're a shield trooper. She's full metal jaguar. That's pretty cool. And then I'm just a fucking drifter. Yeah, the full metal jaguar sounds really... That sounds cool. Yeah. Like... Yeah. Very nice. Alright, so where can we find some food to get around here, huh? Oh, I'm not following you. Thank God. Good. That means we can just run into the middle of the road and get hit by cars? Maybe? No? So unrealistic. Hello. What you got going on here? Not the worst looking VTOL I've ever seen, but it's not very sightly either. Bye, then, I guess.
Not bad, huh?
Oh, we're going in there!
Oh,
okay.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, for real.
The best way to see NLA.
These guys.
I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks.
Yeah, well, we've only been
There's
here for like
still
2
so much to
months,
be
right?
done.
Isn't that what they said?
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise
Why not?
here. Why don't you give us the express tour?
Why not?
Just
No,
the highlights.
we can take our time.
Okay, you got it.
We can take time.
New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test.
More like crash
It
life
has
or whatever.
food production, skill development, you know, industries and
That's
stuff.
pretty good. Nice, nice.
It's also where the West Gate is located. Remember?
Yes.
Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Oh, how come?
Next is the commercial district.
It's really neat. Like, they got, like, actual...
Restaurants, galleries, cafes,
I love that. You don't
clothing,
see that in, like,
groceries,
any other
you name
Xenoblade
it.
game, because they're all trying to survive.
It's a veritable
You
shopping
don't see,
paradise.
like, actual restaurants. You see, like, maybe...
The CD is the closest thing to it downtown we've got.
You don't see,
Can
like,
actually
malls
get
or
pretty
anything. You got,
crowded
like,
sometimes.
one restaurant,
Well,
one
by
place to
NLA
get
standards
food,
anyway.
one
Day or
market.
night, the best and only bargains on the planet.
So they can be pretty shitty
To your
bargains.
right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
Yeah, the cathedral's nice.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the
This
spot.
actually looks like a really pleasant place
Right?
to live.
The park is my favorite place to just zone out
I would
and
love to
chill.
live here.
And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart
Yeah,
of
the one with all the
NLA.
big skyscrapers where everyone does their work and shit, right?
Note the distinct dual-level structure
Tell me what's
here.
counting down.
The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs.
Which is where that dude's gonna have to drag his thing off to, isn't it?
And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Yay!
Thanks,
Thank
Lynn.
you.
We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Yeah, it looks like a really cool place. On level detail. And I mean, it makes sense, because, you know, it's humanity before Klaus. So, everything does look nice and proper and familiar. Those are some weird-ass helicopters, though. The one on the right looks kind of cool.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Linley Airlines.
Thank you.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my
You
report.
should, but maybe...
They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here.
Will you tell me what that number's counting down about? Can I ask about that?
That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
Alright. Around the left? Okay.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get
Aw.
sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
But I want to go through Armory Alley, because that means where I can get some sweet new gear. Oh, fine. So, oh my god, these things are big. I mean, yeah, they're big, of course. They gotta fit a person inside of it. That's a fucking massive gun. Holy crap.
Really?
The suspension on this skull is completely wrecked and must put up a good fight against the Xenos when we made our emergency landing. Did you guys pilot this around the ship as you were crashing down? What happened to everyone else on the ship that wasn't in the hub?
Yes.
Hitting foes from behind, also easier to hit the weak points. Okay, so attack from behind. Makes sense. I'll talk to you later, Regina. I'll talk to you later, Vera. Fritz.
Am I right?
None of the amplification lenses can't make any more grenade of GG's trademark beam weapons. Serona, that's real. A lot of people.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Give me strength.
Give me strength by unlocking a new place. Hello, Trevor.
What's wrong?
I would like to inquire about the purpose of Blade. The members of each division have their own responsibilities, but mine is primarily guard duty. Lately, there have been reports of dangerous indigents appearing near appearing near the entrances of the city. That's why we sealed the gates and taken a defensive posture. We tighten our guard to the extent that there's absolutely no chance of the indigent infiltrating the city. What about the sky? But now I hear that Elma and some new guy have already slaughtered. Yeah, that's speaking. That's me. So I guess we all ought to thank Team Elma for the successful counter-offensive. And me. Thank me. And I mean her too. I mean she holds her own. She's just good. Elma's good. She's Full Metal Jaguar after all. I love how there's like a little bit of a play on
And
words.
here we are.
A Full Metal
Blade
Jacket.
Barracks.
I love that.
Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
That feels like it really lacks for barracks of a military thing. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested.
I think I can answer that one.
Is it the president, dude? It's
So,
you.
you must be the latest rescue.
Yes. Hi, I'm Wolf. Nice to meet ya.
Secretary Nagi.
Nagi. Okay.
Miss Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite
Yeah,
so
he's
upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, there was something.
Good.
No,
sure it
no,
stays
there was
that
something
way?
wrong.
More importantly, Elma,
There was
you found another one.
could be
Excellent work out
devastating.
there.
Could be mass
Just
production
doing my
flaw.
job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
I mean,
ah yes,
Sure.
of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your
I
journey
don't know.
back
I
to
think I've been
us.
sleeping for 2 years.
Please, after you.
I think I'm probably pretty well rested.
I'll put on some tea.
Tea. I hate tea actually. That's leaf water. Hot leaf water. It's not great. Oh, isn't this cozy? For military barracks? Pretty cozy. This is military barracks, right? I think this is military barracks. Ooh, so what do we got here? Hollow table, very nice, very nice. What are we looking at?
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi.
Spirit. Wolf spirit.
You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional
If
government
you're
has
captain,
charged me
shouldn't you
with
have gone
keeping
down
the
with your
peace,
ship?
so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
Okay.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems
Thank
capable.
you. I am.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed
Okay,
decision.
that's fair, I guess.
He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
And mutism.
Memory loss.
I can't talk.
From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
At the beginning. Yeah, how did we end up here? We were attacked by aliens or something, right? And what's the last one? How did we end up here?
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations.
Again, I don't know why they decided to slug it
Their
out.
technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I'm not entirely sure if that's really how it happened. Klaus.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have
hadn't-
somehow been avoided.
No one can know that.
Oh, is
Elma.
there something that we...
What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus.
Are you
and
an
no
alien?
escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here and we are alive. We survived.
Are you an alien?
So yes, Project Exodus.
She's an alien.
Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there.
It's a pretty good looking spaceship.
We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion.
No, evidently not.
Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact.
Let's look at the wreckage of the ship. I want to go explore that.
We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state.
NLA.
Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
It looks like you guys did a pretty good job. So Blade, I'm guessing that's an acronym for something.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think.
Yeah, but a little lengthy.
It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors,
You didn't
police.
have that all planned
The
beforehand?
list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers.
Right.
But Fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all
Finding
others.
survivors like me.
The search for and recovery of the
Oh
life
yeah, that's where
form.
most of them are, right? Cause that was like
Take a look at this.
that's big.
The white whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis,
Right.
all housed in a structure called the life hold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight
Makes
crew,
sense.
maintenance
Reduces,
engineers,
resources
and
needed.
of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the life hold. Are in the life hold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued.
So why did people like me
There's a problem.
not be part of it?
We now know the life hold broke apart
Okay.
along with the rest of the ship when we came down on
Guess that
Mira.
answers that question. I just need to shut up and listen.
What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Alright. Well, if that's all the questions I can ask, I guess I'm gonna ask about registration.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah.
As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
Chinese cake out.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
That's why they call it a briefing. Okay. Ooh, I get $5,000 for listening to you talk? Oh, hell yeah. Maybe I should become a therapist. Or was that not the quest? Press R to this navigation panel on the bottom right. You can change, you can use the arrows to navigate the category. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Whew. Man, what is gravity on this planet? Because I have got hops for days. I said it last time, but I've got to say it again. We got jumps, man. We got mad jumps. Yes.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
Cool.
The AD is a bit different from the other
I could
districts.
tell.
It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that skill.
Yeah.
Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Okay, now you. Okay, so you're a robot fetishist. Okay. I want to look at it too, but I want to know what it is.
What? You don't remember what a skill
No,
is?
brain drama.
That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went
Okay, so
by?
we'll sell that.
Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, just...
No, that's cool.
I get so
That's
excited
cool.
whenever I
They're
think
pretty-
about
They're
it.
pretty cool. I like them. I don't need to geek out about them too, but I wanted to clarify.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We
Well,
were
yeah.
outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell
We
technology.
developed that technology. Aliens?
I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that
Don't
simple.
worry, I have a feeling I will.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful
So, a
weapons.
toy.
And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
I'm sure that they'll pick me.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in
Yeah,
general.
give me 2 days.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Speaking of work, that
You did
reminds
want
me.
me to do something, right?
Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our
That
assignments.
thing over there.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Alright, last one there is right leg. Go, 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 go. Oh. I think I bonked my head
So
on the top
this
there.
is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments.
Nice, nice.
Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
It's like a bulletin
Yeah,
board.
it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo,
We get.
that's what the scout console is for. We should show you
Yeah,
that
that'd
next.
be great. Get the 4th person on the team.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway?
You two can work together. Cool.
We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma
did.
just said that, didn't she?
Your head was too far up your own ass to realize that.
Hey,
Oh. Yeah, sure, I'll help out. That's you speaking? Or... Oh! Wait, is this guy's name Wolf too, or is that prompting me to talk? I think his name is also Wolf. No. You're gonna have to die, man. There can only be one, and I'm the main protagonist. And we can't coexist. Any fool who's coming out to face his foe head-on won't live to make the same mistake twice. You must constantly move to scan your opponent's blind spots. Attack your foe from the back. Attack it from on high or below. Anywhere, but head-on. Attacking from any of those positions will improve your accuracy and your odds of landing a critical hit. Do you understand? Do you not understand? Either way, repeat what I just said 1,000 times until it finally penetrates that thick skull of yours. Bitch! Anything troubling you? I've lovingly instructed Blade rookies that don't even know the basics of combat until they grow into respectable Blade operatives. But recently, a number of cowards have failed to withstand my love and my training sessions. But you look like the type that can take it. If you decide to join Blade, you can come and ask me anything. I'll take the fundamentals of combat and beat them right into you. And you're surprised that they left? I mean, that's stereotypical drill sergeant, but even so. Oh, it was someone over here that was asking about it. Hey, you guys need help?
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
Uh-huh.
If you do end up joining
I
us,
will.
you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team.
They have two of the same
Anyway,
letters.
Awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Yeah, really, come on, Len.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping?
Shopping!
And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Give me the biggest fucking shotgun you guys can buy.
Hey,
Remember the...
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Armory Alley? Alright.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie. Most Blade members face danger on a daily
Alright, the
basis.
soldiers.
Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough.
It could be both.
And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh,
Yeah, focus.
right, the door.
Stop.
I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Will you, one of you tell me why it's counting down? That is Blade Tower, right? Yeah. Why is it counting down?
hey,
I'll go shopping here later. We don't need to get all of that on camera and everything. I just want to move things along.
really?
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here.
Vandam, another recurring
The
name.
government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Oh, President dude.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this
It's
place.
hard for me not to. It's got a big-ass tower.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right?
Yeah, pretty cool.
You can't wait to join Blade,
Okay,
right?
again, you're pressuring me.
Okay, Lynn, seriously,
it.
that's
I
enough.
can think for myself, and yes,
We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision.
not yours, Lynn.
In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Okay. Yay, money. Just hope
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
let's got the tips. You'll find some info there. Okay. Yes. Very good. Whee! Parkour! Parkour! Off. Off. Parkour! Parkour! I got it. I am gonna parkour this. Parkour. God. Close. Come on. Parkour! 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 Ah.
Hey,
The car. Be a general nuisance. Take the most inefficient ways to get around. That is how I do.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very
Oh,
amusing.
come on, lighten up, dude.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Oh.
Commander Vandam? Does it have
I
anything
bet
to
it
do with our new
does.
arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Okay.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I even... I don't want to refuse. I would... If I was in this choice, I would probably accept. So, yeah. Also, that's... probably have to accept one way or another.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization.
Thank you.
Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the cool kids
Oh,
club.
yeah, but I'm an adult. You're the child here.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
No, my feet wet. You don't
I guess
mean
we
literally.
should back up
Okay.
a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira.
Okay.
A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Okay.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities.
Right.
Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments, and together they form our grid.
Alright.
We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Right.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Alright.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall
Yes, let's.
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Yeah. Yeah, okay, installed. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 already. It says... I have no idea how many chapters there are. And of course they're probably not all going to be of the uniform length. And I'm not going to look it up either because I don't want to spoil how long or how short the story might be. But I mean, like, nothing huge has happened yet, so like, it's...
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time.
Wow, what's out the west?
It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west
Is
gate.
that it? That's the only issue?
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business.
Cool.
One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
It was probably us, to be honest. I mean, like, it might have been the other guys, but you know what? Let's, it was probably us.
Seriously? That was you? Cool.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Aw.
Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not
Well,
something
that's
they'd
what I
lock
know.
both gates over, at least.
I wouldn't know.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The
Yeah,
two
there
of you?
there's three of them, there are two of us.
Hey, that's still pretty
Yeah.
cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Let's go. Adventure.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the east gate, shall we?
Yes, let's. Oh, it's out of right there. That's easy. And convenient. Blade support lead, here to tell you that the segment feature of your map, it's used on your handout comm device, a useful tool. Okay, cool. Let's go! Or actually, before we go, why don't we do a spot of shopping? See if we could... Well, actually, wait a minute, hang on. Because we did get some new weapons, right? Front attack plus potential up 1. I kind of like front attack plus because I know what that does, and this it's got a little bit more potential, but I don't really know what that does, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Is that one? No, I have this thing here. Very good. Yep. Boosts all around, really. Very good, very good. I find it very interesting that the sleeves are different. Stop terminal. Weapons. Alright, I think that's pretty good for now. We have to go this way.
Hey!
Alright, Lynn, how do you feel about some combat?
We can do this!
Engaging! Lay down some fire!
Fire.
Move in and keep the rhythm going!
On it! Take this!
Hey, force!
Lay off!
Shadow strike!
What? Smash!
Infuriate!
Up.
Slit edge!
So nice! Move in and do some damage!
Lay off!
Chrome armor!
Out.
Side slash!
Didn't see that coming. Gun him down!
Upper hand!
Flame grenade!
Stop it!
Touch me up! Shadow strike!
Let me
Thanks for the backup!
Move in and
Okay!
strike!
Here comes the pain!
Fire
Stagger-
carnival!
Now, my
This
turn!
team never
There you
loses!
go.
We got him. Let's move.
Yeah, I'm a class. I'm a drifter. So now, so now I can really define my playstyle. Alright, so choose this route if you want to go in guns blazing. Rack up damage, and support from afar. Don't want enforcer. I'm more of a striker or commando. Focuses on skillful application of damage buffs and provide bonuses to melee accuracy. Mixes offensive and defensive arts and provides HP and melee attack bonuses well balanced and suited for beginners. Now, there's no reason for me for not being able to, go here. Deals weapon damage when targeted, boosts damage. Deals weapon damage from behind. Should be fine. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll start with Striker. And maybe I'll go over to, yeah. Changing classes will change gear, arts, and skills that you have set. Are you sure? Yes. Classes more advanced than the Drifter can learn skills which provide various effects just by being equipped. Yeah. Attaining rank 10 in any of the final stage classes allows you to master that class's weapons. Mastering them allows you to use those weapons and in any associated arts even when using a different class. Oh, kind of like what they did with Xenoblade 3. Now I got it. Ooh. No, I look the same skill. I thought I got to change stuff. Let's take a look at arts. So we got Assault Hammer, that's the same thing I've always had. Rising Blade. Okay. Flame Grenade and Infuriate. Alright, alright. Wait. It's so glowing. Cause I... Yeah. And you know what, let's bring that over here. And that over here. I like to keep them organized. You got a wide variety of arts. Holy crap, that's so good. Why are you still glowing? Can I upgrade them or something? I can upgrade them. Oh, yeah. Deals physical damage and inflicts copple. That's pretty good. Alright. Thermal damage, inflicts blaze, and versus copple targets, boosts damage. Very good, especially seeing how we topple them a few times. Let's upgrade this one as well. Upgrade this again. And upgrade this one more time.
They look pretty strong.
They're off guard.
You won't beat me.
Stagger them with a melee
I thought
attack.
this said level 6.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Carnival!
Assault hammer! Blast them before they get up. Flame grenade!
Wild smash!
Infuriate!
Yeah, look at me.
Side slash.
Even fire or oh,
This is nothing.
I should probably backed up a little bit.
Use an aura.
Rising
Get
blade.
control of the battle.
Hey, lay off!
I'm sorry, guys.
That put a dent in them. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
One of you heal me?
Wild
This is wearing me down.
How do
I'm not gonna. I have to stay in this. Help me.
how do revive work?
Whoa!
I'm sorry.
I think we fucked up.
Come on. Hit harder. Yes! Hit him again for me!
In my defense, I thought that said level 6. I think I was looking at the wrong one. Not this one, this one's just right. Hey, he's gone. Uh-oh.
What the hell
I'm
happened
not sure, but I feel
here?
like we should probably go back then. That's new. And scary looking.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
It's possible.
Unless
Unless...
Come on,
What?
spit it out.
this is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That CINICULA. It's a tyrant.
Huh?
So like an alpha variant?
But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical CINICULA,
I
right?
guess. I don't know.
Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 CINICULA corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That CINICULA is a tyrant.
Can we get, like,
Let me check the Blade
can we
report
get a
database.
scale and just blast it to
If
hell?
there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no
You
local
guys been here for
probe.
2 months,
They
and
must
this
have
is
lost
right
it when it
outside
went
the
off the
city.
grid.
Come on. Yeah, first let's just figure it out.
The Tyrant
Let's figure out what it
designation
is first.
is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way or another. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some Tyrants will actually register as low rank when you find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a Tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a Tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Well, we have to protect it because we can't leave it so close to New LA. Yeah, Colonel, Disc Chick, and some newbie are gonna take down a freaking Tyrant. Yeah, that works.
As long as you understand the risks involved.
Yeah, I think I adequately understand them.
Lynn?
Count me in.
Let's do it.
The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with Tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy
Lynn.
chewing on one of you guys.
Not funny.
Fair enough.
Don't encourage her.
But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other Tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This'll be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Alright, well, I think I have some new weapons for you guys, right? It's important to equip your gear, so double check and make sure. Yep. Let's take a look at what you guys got. Well. No. Engage you up there. No. Stop. Okay, maybe I just have to go over there. Before we do that, let's see if we can up one of our levels. Oh, no. That's a territorial Rothbard if I've ever seen one. Fuck that. Oh, it's only level 6. No, that's the wrong thing I'm looking at, I think. Yeah, that's the thing behind it. You can aim your attacks at particular parts of your enemies, reducing the appendage health, reduced gauge to 0 will destroy it. Additionally, destroying appendages before defeating an enemy. Ooh. So it's something I really should,
Did they see us?
Oh,
Get the
yeah,
jump
here
on
we
them.
freaking go.
Attack up close!
Now it's my turn!
Rising blade!
Here we freaking go.
Fire Carnival!
Defensive stick! Easy now. Play it safe with an aura.
Okay, this should tide me over. Sliding Slinger!
Infuriate! Rising blade!
Side Slash! Side Slash!
All right,
Muff
you're in
balance.
for it.
Upper Hand!
Assault hammer! Flame grenade!
What? Appendage down! Weaken him and lay
Rising blade!
He barely did
Shadow
that.
Strike!
Infuriate!
Oh, we're here.
Sliding
Focus on me.
Slinger.
Up, and I took my
Muff
hands off
balance.
to scratch.
I toppled him! Close in!
Okay, here comes the pain.
Early Bird!
Watch me lay into him!
Side Slash!
Defensive
Upper
stick! Easy
hand.
now. Play it safe with an aura.
Flame
Infuriate! Now
Appreciate
that's
it.
what I needed.
Shadow Strike!
Rising blade! Now, close in and clean
Sliding
up.
Slinger!
Watch me lay into him!
Assault hammer!
Suck nice!
Flame
Move in and
grenade!
do some
All
damage!
right,
That was
you're
easy.
like a new man.
Alright, great.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too.
Thank you. No autographs.
Now let's get down to business and install that data probe.
Yes, let's.
If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a Frontier Nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay. Where do we get that?
Okay, The probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the
Yay.
honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Yeah, of course I'll launch the probe. Why would I want her to take care of it? It's something that I need to do.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target
How
depth.
far are we driving it down?
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much
Weren't
to
you
it.
just complaining 5 minutes ago about how
The
hard
hardest
tyrants
part
are?
was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Avenge sites before optimal. Planting up what was real surrounding segments. Layout. You aren't you the guy that they kind of teased at the end of the trailers? We're gonna grow Frontier Nav. We need to install more data probes. Complete at once. Simply approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site per se. It's common sense, really. Okay. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged with a scale. Yeah, I know. So doing that, segment recon shows the details of the tasks that need to be performed in each segment. Each category is shown with its own icon. Resolving these increases your survey rate. There's a segment recon task to your address at your current location. A yellow hexagonal area will be displayed on your minimap, known as segment marker. Indicates borders of the segment you're currently occupying. Do that too. Manually set markers will just be blah blah blah. Okay. So that's where we are. We're just outside. We came from like over here-ish before, I think. Oh wow. That's pretty big over there. Wow. Whoa. This place, this is a big map. This is a huge map. Alright, now let's try taking on multiple enemies. See
I'll
how
get
well
the
that
jump on him.
works.
Attack up close.
Now it's my turn!
Yes! Hit him again for me!
On it. Take this.
Appendage down! Weaken him and let him!
Infuriate.
Size, nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay. Here comes
Slide.
the pain. This team never loses.
Hope I didn't get in the
Thirsty
way.
Edge.
I'm all over this.
I really like how you can switch from short range.
Slide.
I love how you can casually switch weapons from short range to long range. That is great. I love that.
Shadow strike.
Rising
I
flame.
really enjoy that. I'm
Right
like,
here. You
I
can
don't
do
know.
it.
I don't really get how
Fire
the
They're all
healing
guard.
works.
Stack them with a melee attack.
Tornado
Appendage
blade.
No.
Weaken him and lay it!
Alright. Right here, up here. Van Damme! Van Damme! Van Damme, I'm here.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Damn, you're jacked.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no
Oh,
less.
it was nothing.
That was reckless. And goddamn magnificent.
Yeah. I like that.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Don't be sassy.
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere.
Hey,
You'll all excuse
come
me?
back here. Explain
Commander.
yourself. No, you got a moment to spare. Come back here and explain yourself. What are you doing gambling with me?
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
Kinda, actually.
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little miss stick in the rear.
Okay, you two.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
That one, if you don't understand that
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit
yeah,
here.
I'm Old Spirit. Nice to meet you.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow?
Yeah, I follow.
Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
I am in battle when I start spewing out
So
all
you
my
still
art
haven't told us why
names.
you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Oh, that's me. Okay. Divisions, sir?
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech,
Kind
right?
of, yes.
There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade.
Okay.
Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Which one's the one where I murder things?
Let's start with the Pathfinders.
There's that guy again.
Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training
That's kind
mission.
of boring.
It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's
I
important.
never denied that, but it's...
We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors.
They sound cool.
You met Akeloff and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division.
I got her jacket.
Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira.
Alright, so murder things. Got it.
Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Alright.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn?
Yeah.
He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense.
Then that's where I go.
They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigene that moves.
Man.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done.
Right.
Until we're up and running here on Mira and have this place completely figured out, everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable.
Makes sense. Alright. Not really my thing.
Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory,
Maybe.
bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it.
Maybe.
It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Definitely a possibility.
Next? Alright, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak
Important,
of.
but not really my thing.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
I don't know.
Finally, the mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to mediators. Fight
no.
with your neighbor?
No,
mediators.
no, not me.
Lost cat? Mediators.
Not me.
It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades and a people person.
Yeah.
Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you
This game
operate.
gives you so much freedom and choices. And
Mediators
everything.
can
It's
still
great.
get out there and mix it up, hunt indigens, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too.
So in the end of the day, it's really just a title.
To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like.
Oh, cool. So really,
So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
yeah. Yeah. Let's go with.
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
Alright, so let's see. Alright, so expand the things. Protect things. Murder things. Find things. Explore new things. Mine things. Develop things. And boring. I'm probably gonna be more of a Harrier, because I mean that goes out. That means you go out there, you fight things, and you come back. I like that a lot. And like that means that I could explore a bit more too, because you have to go out there and you gotta explore to get to places. So I think we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with a Harrier. Plus, it's got a unicorn with a lightning bolt in it for its horn, so that's pretty damn cool.
Then it's settled?
It's settled.
All right. Thank God that's
Yeah, that's
over.
actually getting a little bit boring.
By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Yeah. Very nice.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing.
Oh no, which one's Nelson?
Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them.
Oh.
You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
Alright, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Roger that indeed. However, that's gonna be chapter 3 already? Christ, we're just burning through chapters. Becoming one of us grants you access. Shop terminal, IM, terminal, marshal patrol. Okay. Then fast travel. Manufacturers. Missions comprise variety of duties and requests. Those events of games main story. Those have featured team members. You can just accept them with people. And simple. This segment, it's like, you may receive that. We experienced that before. Alright.
Level up! I think even my cooking got better.
I don't know how you do that by combat, but, you know, it's whatever. However, that's gonna do it for this episode, because this has been going on for 2 hours, and even with editing, it's gonna be a while. But everyone, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.